Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning, and I'm the master taster of Whisky.com. And today we taste the Ardbeg Corryvreckan. 57.1 ABV, unchill filtered, uncolored. A real heavy, strong, peaty, smoky single malt whiskey from the Isle of Islay. And yesterday I had the Ardbeg Ugeadail. Here's the link to the Ugeadail. And several months ago I had the Ardbeg Ten, which is the most popular bottling of the Ardbeg distillery. I visited the Ardbeg distillery. I flew over to Ardbeg by helicopter. Well, I'm privileged. Thank you very much to the Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy people who sponsored this trip by helicopter. And then we went up to the Ardbeg Loch Ugeadail, where the water supply also for this whiskey comes from. And we had a visit of the Ardbeg distillery itself. The Ardbeg distillery has problems. Yes, it has problems because they sell so much whiskey. And if you sell a lot of whiskey, then you have problems to add stock, to mature old stock. So only the Ardbeg Ten carries an age statement. The Ardbeg Ugeadail does not carry an age statement, as well as the Corryvreckan does not carry an age statement. How old are those whiskies? You can't say it. There might be old whiskies or older whiskies with 10 or 11 years in it, but there might also be younger whiskies with 3 years or 4 years in it. How the relationship between the young and the old ones are, I don't know, nobody knows, and they won't tell you. So this is a typical no age statement whiskey, and it's quite expensive, but the ingredients, be sure, are worth it. The Ardbeg Corryvreckan carries a vortex on it, a strudel. It is named after a big vortex, a sea vortex, in the northwest of Jura, the sister island to the east, to Islay, where the distillery resides, and the Corryvreckan is the biggest vortex, seawater vortex in the world. It's heavy. There are videos. I put a video here where you can see this vortex. Impressive. The Ardbeg distillery lies on the southerly part of Islay and on the rugged shores of the Atlantic Ocean. To the north of Islay and Jura is the world's second largest whirlpool, the famous Corryvreckan. This thunderous, seething cauldron is named after the Viking prince Vreckan, who apparently met his watery aunt there, proving his devotion to the daughter of the Lord of the Isles. There had been a bottling called Lord of the Isles at Ardbeg also, 25 years old, a wonderful whiskey. Here you see the map, and up here, up at the north end of Jura, the vortex, the whirlpool lies. It's spring water tide, which presses the water through the narrow between the Jura and the Sugary islands, and then the vortex becomes stronger, and when the tide is, when you reach high water or low water, then the vortex will vanish. This is the legend of Corryvreckan, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Simply brilliant and unique in its effortless enormity. I doubt if even the feared whirlpool is this deep and perplexing. Jim Murray. No swimming. Don't swim in whiskey. Yeah. There are several batches of this whiskey, and there is always a small batch number at the bottom, and this starts always with an L and then a two-figure number behind, and this is L13, which means it's bottled in the year 2013. So here you can compare if the whiskey you have in your bar to compare to my tasting is from the same batch. There are differences between the batches, of course, but the differences are not that big. Some say, oh, of course, enormous, but I've tasted so many whiskies already, far more than 1,000, that I can say, yeah, there are differences, but no, the differences are small compared to other whiskies from the Ardbeg distillery, and even less if you compare it to other distilleries. So it's always the point from where you look at the differences. The Corryvreckan is one of the 3 Ardbegs which are always available. It's the 10-year-old, and the video here, the Ugeadail and the Corryvreckan. Those 3 whiskies are always available. The differences are the 10-year-old is all from American oak ex-bourbon casks. The Ugeadail has whiskies in it which matured in sherry oak, and the Corryvreckan has French oak casks. French oak, well, it's European oak, intense European oak, I'm sorry. And this intense oakiness, spiciness, is a lot more, brings a lot more of oakiness into a whiskey compared to any other wood. So the French oak brings spiciness and intensity and oakiness into this whiskey. Intense smoke, yes. The strong ABV is, well, it's there, and in the back of your nose it's burning from the alcohol, but in the front, in the beginning, there's no sharp alcohol. A little tar. It's completely different to the Ugeadail I had a few minutes ago. And it's dark chocolate. It's not that medicinal. It's more it's a mixture between this tar component and a bonfire. And in the back there is chocolate, there is juiciness, fruitiness, it's red fresh fruit, a little sugary, and an earthiness. It's different, really different, weird. Yeah, it's quite strong. So in front of tasting, I add a little water, just enough to reach 50% ABV. No cloudiness, but it takes a time until the alcohol and the water mixes. There's an anise seed aroma here. Some dark fruits. A little peppery in the nose, but I can't say if it's from this spicy oak or is it a residue of the alcohol. Some seaweed, some seashore. Intense, really, and spicy, and full, but also mouth-watering, also sweetness. It's much more spicier than the Ugeadail is. There's a very faint coffee note, not too strong. I had the Corryvreckan a few years ago, and there the coffee, the espresso note was much more intense. So there are differences in these batches. Smokiness, long aftertaste. The spiciness fades away. Very good aftertaste, long. I like it very much. It's not the daily dram. Be careful, never drink daily whiskey. But it's not the daily dram. It's too spicy, too intense, too characterful to be a daily dram. The Ugeadail might be the more daily dram, and if you want to have something special, then take the Corryvreckan. No caramel, no vanilla. More fruitiness. And an earthiness. Oh. Weird, really. Seashore. Tang. Algae. Rotten seaweed. Yeah, this is a whirlpool carrying you down. No, not down, up. Up to heaven, to single malt whiskey heaven. Thank you for watching Whisky.com. Stay tuned, there's more to come. Feel free to share this video with your friends and feel free to discuss this video on our forum at Whisky.com.